What's going on, folks? So today we're going to be talking about a film that is available now on Netflix and is a part of the Netflix Black Lives Matter collection. And this film is a Spike Lee joint, and it is called The Five Bloods. And what this film is about is four African American vets as they go back into the jungle of Vietnam, seeking the remains of their fallen squad leader and a gold fortune that he helped them hide. So, with every Spike Lee film, you know it's always deeper than just the surface, and this film is no exception. And with the times right now, this movie is just perfectly released, and it tells a really good story on the surface level and really good messages within it. And I just thoroughly appreciate that. So I know I'm gonna bounce around a little bit on this review, but I definitely want to make sure I get out a couple of things early, and that's Delroy Lindo, who plays Paul in this film, does an amazing job. I'm just blown away by his performance. It feels super authentic. Not because I don't think it would be, but because I've seen this character in my daily experience, as him being a vet that is suffering from PTSD and other things because he's never seeked the therapy that he's needed. And as we know, our militant family and friends who comes back, they come back and some of them do suffer from, PTSD, whether it be anger, they turn to addiction, whether it's opioids or alcohol, whatever it may be. So seeing that character in Paul, and how he just really, really struggles with it, and actually going back into Vietnam, how it's just ultimately triggering. He's on the edge all the time, and it caused issue with his family and with his peers. I mean, it's truly, truly an authentic and amazing performance. And I have to add too, I love the cast up and down the board. Everybody did a significant and well job within their roles, and I thought the people who was cast for these type of roles and the dynamics for the type of roles also was an amazing job. And I could really break it down, but I will absolutely go over my time intended here. But the last other really quick thing I want to mention as well too is that I really, really, really love the display of brotherhood amongst the men here. It is truly it's powerful and uplifting, and I've seen it. I've military family, and I witnessed that type of unity amongst their brotherhood, and how much it means to them, and how significant and the values of it really means to them. I more than anything that I love that just being able to show the unity amongst the brotherhood here in this film. And another thing I want to mention too, so the five bloods. Now, I think the word bloods here is something that I want to kind of highlight, and because I don't want to leave anything to mystery with that. So, bloods is a way of how they show unity amongst this group. They refer to each other as bloods. African Americans in this town refer to each other as bloods. I have worked with veterans who have referred to me as young blood. So it's a way of respect, and it's a way of showing unity amongst the African American community, of saying we're one blood to blood. And so when I seen the title, I instantly knew exactly what they were going at with that. And I think the film does an amazing job with making sure that there's nothing left to mystery as to what that means, because I easily can see how people can say I don't get the significance of it, but it has a great vast of significance nonetheless. Stormin' Norman, who's played by Chadwick Boseman, is the fallen vet that they go back to find his remains. Now, I am a big Chadwick Boseman fan, and any project that he signed on to, I'm instantly invested in. And there's not a lot of Chadwick in here for all of his fans, including myself. But nonetheless, his role in the film for the short period of time plays a huge significance in the film, because it truly it truly helped progress the other characters in ways that I think really it really brings things full circle. So that I think, I just want to make sure I put that out there so that you keep an eye out for when he does have screen time, as to how powerful his minimum scenes are. So the film takes us into the period of them being in the war back in the 70s, and then also to the current time. So you see the 5 of them together, and then you see the 4 of them as they go back. Not to mention Paul's son also does join them on this journey to go find the gold. So in theory, it's still 5 on both the current and the past time. I really love the score in this film. Not to mention, I love the soundtrack. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, is forever one of my favorite songs, and just the significance of when that song came out, and even still to this day, how powerful it is. It's just really moving. And this film is a very lengthy film, 156 minutes. But at the same time, while it starts off a little bit slow, after that it's guns blazing, because it has amazing action, suspense, drama. It really, 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 it gives you a little bit of everything in this film. But one of the biggest things about this film I gotta talk about is the cinematography. I love Spike Lee's style, and I love the fact that he really, really, really kept that old vintage 80s style look and feel with the cinematography. And if you're a fan of his, or nonetheless just that style of film, you would truly appreciate it, because it is amazing. And when we talk about technology and how it's just advancing, it's still it's still appreciative when you can just go back to that old feel, and it holds just as good as value. Some of the greatest classics still are from in the 70s and 80s, and you can go back with ease. And I think this is a film that shows you how you don't have to have the whole big all the CGI and all that other stuff to have a good film. You can actually show that old school style of film, and it just it will resonate with his fans. And I think the really important thing about that is that not only does it bring in a new generation, but the old generation can also still be very invested. As we know, Spike Lee is just timeless in his film work. He, no matter the era, he continues to flourish, and he continues to pass a powerful message within each and every of his film. But this film really, really, really has a lot underneath the surface, especially with the mistreatment and injustice of African Americans. How African American soldiers were really pivotal in war, and the recognition wasn't always there. And little if you know any of this or not, the film does an amazing job educating you, because it does nod to numerous heroes within the time of war, within that time period. And I think, as much as you enjoy the film, it also becomes an educational piece that just makes the film flow very, very cohesive on both sides. And I thoroughly appreciate that. But I can't stress enough, this is an easy binge, or not a binge, but this is an easy watch for the weekend. You should check it out now. It is available. It is on Netflix. The Five Bloods is an amazing film. It is, again, a very lengthy film, about 2 hours and 30 something minutes. But it is worth a watch, especially with the times right now. I think it is more and more apparent that people should take heed to the Black Lives Matter collection, and really, really seek some of these films that does a really good job of not only educating, but bringing awareness to things that typically have not been or has been neglected. So again, as always, folks, let me know what you think in the comments, and come back here and leave me a comment. And as always, subscribe, like, and stay tuned for the next review.